Thursday morning, gonna go smash it at the gym and then jump on some conference calls and get the day moving. Oh yeah. So right now I just jumped on a call with one of the big private equity backers who we're in talks with. The purpose of the call was literally to go over the appraisal. So we've got like a really comprehensive model appraisal for the London Bridge project. It's that same appraisal that I was working on when I had that really late night session to manage the different cap stacks as the project's progressed. In any case, that's all been packaged up and sent across to the private equity guys, and now they've obviously reviewed it, and so one of their guys just wanted to have a quick half-an-hour chat, walk through the appraisal, answer any kind of questions or clarify any points which weren't particularly clear to them. That's all been handled now. The appraisal's looking good, it's making sense. I've just got a couple of items to follow up with them on. It turns out that rather than just building, reaching the end of the development and then selling, they actually want to hold it for a little bit longer. So there's kind of a few different profiles of investors. Some of them just want to kind of construct, reach completion and get out as quickly as possible. That may or may not mean holding it for like a 6 to 9 month period for yield stabilization to achieve full rental income. And others want to actually try and exit before yield stabilization, which is tricky. And then some actually want to hold it for 2 or 3 years after PC to make it like a complete sort of 4 or 5 year project. So these guys fall into that category, which means that the appraisal they've been working on so far is development appraisal. I've now got to give them the operating model appraisal, which is what does the investment look like when it's running as a rental product, so that we can kind of marry the two sets of numbers together. Now, of course, if you're looking for, a development play, your IRRs are going to be, double-digit numbers, depending on your threshold, sort of high teens or something like that. But then, when you do a hold period on a yield-stabilised asset, your IRRs, just if you're looking at the hold period, will be substantially lower. I mean, double digits potentially achievable, but single digits even. And so when you then put the two together, you have the overall impact of bringing down your blended IRR, which can be challenging, but we'll take a look at the numbers and see how it all works, because I think the IRR from the development side of things is quite strong, and so can absorb the lower IRR from the hold period to give an overall blended rate, which should be quite attractive. So I'm just going to put my head into that now for 5 minutes just to update the appraisals and send it out. And I've got to shoot over to JLL quickly for another meeting. I mean, not quite yet, but what do you think? Do a tower like this. How many co-living units do you think we would get in that tower? What do you think, Safi? How many co-living units do you reckon we get in there?
Oh, mate, about 1,000. And a floor plate, like 10,000 square foot.
Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Actually, the chit chat that we're about to have over here is with a chap who we've known for quite a while. He's got a few sites. He's a little bit of a mover and shaker. And we're literally, it's so important in business just to, even if there's not like a particular project that you actually want to talk about, it's just kind of like sitting down, catching up, having a touch base, sharing knowledge on the market, sharing information, because through those types of conversations, that's how the opportunities kind of emerge, and that kind of, keeps you at the forefront of people's minds. So when opportunities do crop up, you're one of the first people they call up. It was a good session with one of our guys over there. He's got a bunch of sites coming up in his pipeline, and we're basically discussing what, hinting at, what can an arrangement look like for us to kind of get involved, be the management platform for it, and then Spacers ends up, getting some branded buildings to operate. And that wasn't the plan going into the meeting, but like I say, before going into the meeting, these kinds of conversations, you never really know what's going to come out of them. So,
got to be nimble, got to be seize the opportunity, and ask the right questions.
That's it. Ask the right questions.
There we go.
Oh! So right now, I literally just finished up on the VC call with these guys in Paris. It was a super good chat with the founder of the VC firm. These guys have backed some other very, very big names in the space, and they work alongside US guys. I'm right now on to another call, so I better pay attention. That call was just with, for London Bridge, it was with our viability guys and the planning consultants for London Bridge. Yeah. So as part of any deal, obviously we have to look at the affordable housing contribution for the project. And yeah, from a policy perspective, there's always a preference for it to be on site as part of the building. If it can't be viable to go on site, then you might do an off-site payment for delivery, like in another social housing scheme, or you then might, as a last kind of resort, just give them the cash for them to then find another scheme to put it into.
Correct.
So we've basically just been navigating through that on the call. That's kind of the policy side of it and the discussions, and then to go with that is the viability side, which is determining, okay, what actual monetary amount should be given towards social housing. So the council themselves appoint their own viability consultant who run their appraisals on the deal. We have our viability consultants who run our appraisals on the deal, and they basically have to agree roughly agree how much profit there is in the deal and how much the developer can actually afford to give towards social housing. And it's all a bit of a dance and a negotiation. We're kind of getting ourselves to a position now where we understand what the next few remaining steps are. I mean, Zaf already understood what the next steps are, but I wasn't really in the loop.
It's always good to keep you in the loop, though.
Keep you in the loop? Yeah, absolutely.
Right time.
I just quickly darted across town, well not across town, just up to Euston, to the British Library. It's a nice sort of undercover secret place to meet, so I've got some affairs to take care of over here for a couple of hours. Unfortunately, it's all top secret, so I can't actually tell you what it's about. But yeah, it's been a long awaited meeting, let's put it that way. Let's see how it goes.